Yeah, good morning to you all. Shall we start the session?
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Okay, today we are going to discuss one of the important software tool, right? The Weka tool, right? So that is a UI tool, right? Maybe we are discussed with Python as well, right? First, we will look at with this tool, right? This is a tool introduced by some university students in New Zealand, right? They introduce this tool, right? Just this tool, right? Maybe today we are going to discuss how to install, right? There is nothing, just a simple installation process, right? This is introduced by some university students, right? So it means they are developing their Java application, right? On that application, they write everything, right? For apply whatever the data mining task they have inbuilt functionalities. But the problem, right? We cannot use whatever they designed, right? If you need some extra features or more customizable things, we can't do, right? For that one, the solution is we can use the Python, right? So Python means you need to write everything by your hand, right? By write the codes, right? If you know the basics, then only you can write the codes, right? So that's why in the theoretical session, we will discuss what do you mean by association rule mining, what is clustering, what is classification, those things we will learn. Based on the basic idea, you can develop the codes, right? Maybe after few lectures, we will start with Python as well, right? So if you look at this Weka, right? This software uses a specific file format, right? This software tool uses a specific file format. We can call that format as a ARFF format, right? Let's say this is the file format. Let's say if you are developing a Java program, right? In Java, while you are developing a program, right? Definitely you need to serve your file, whatever the name, let's say, whatever the name, then you can serve with the .java extension, right? Then only your compiler identify this is a source file and other things you can compile into class file and you can execute the program, right? Similarly, if you deal with this Weka tool, right, this software, definitely you need to serve your file with this ARFF format, right? So definitely you need to name your file, whatever, then you can serve with, you can serve with ARFF format, right? You can serve this file with sample dot ARFF format, right? This is the way you can serve these ARFF files, right? So this ARFF mean attribute relation file format, right? This stands for uh, attribute. Sorry, I didn't keep with my writing pad, right? I'm using my mouse, right? Attribute relation uh, file format, right? So this is the extension of ARFF, right? Attribute relation file format, right? So this is stands for ARFF stands for attribute relation file format, right? So by default, if you install this software, right, maybe within that software package, you have some sample ARFF file formats, right? Yeah, I will show that one, right? Yeah, once you install the software in your PC, right? Wait. Once you install ARFF software in your PCs, right? We will show you, right? Weka tool, right? Just I send that lab sheet to your WhatsApp group, right? Just open that WhatsApp group and check that no, lab sheet too, right? On that, you have the link to download the software, right? So just I will give an introduction about this, right? So why I am telling this, right? Maybe in your exams or in your upcoming things, right? Sometimes I will give you a table, right? And I'm asking you to create ARFF file format, right? So whatever the files, I'm asking you to create a ARFF file format, right? Maybe if you have a CSS or whatever the Excel format, whatever the tabular formats, you can convert that file into ARFF format, right? Then only you can deal with that file in your Weka Explorer software, right? So once you install, just go to your C drive, the program files. There is something called the Weka folder. Within that, you have something called data, right? So if you look at here, these are some formats, right? These are some example formats, right? Let's say I'm using this, right? So once you open these, right, with percentage sign, we are indicate the things as a comments, right, in ARF file. If you have put write something starting with, give me a minute. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, then while you're creating a ARF file, definitely you need to serve the things with, if you need to write something as a comment, so you need to use the percentage sign, right? Then to indicate the relation, right? What is the relation or what is the name of the table, right? We can use at sign relation, right? So after this annotation, right? Maybe we can say this annotation, right? If you write at sign relation, it indicates what is the name of the table or whatever. Let's say in a RDBMS, relational database management system, we have table, right? For the table, we have some names, right? Employee table or something. So after the relation, if you put a white space and if you write something, that is considered as a name of the table, right? Then if you look at the table, on that table, we have some columns, right? So column names. Within the each column, you have some data, right? So the indicate column means that is an attribute, right? So each column is an attribute, right? So to indicate that is an attribute, right? We are using that attribute annotation, right? After at sign, right? You need to put this term attribute, then it indicates this is an one attribute for this ARF file, right? Then attribute name. So this is the attribute name. After that, you need to mention what is the type of attribute, integer or that's likewise different types, right? So this is, we can say as a attribute type, right? This is a real numbers, right? So sometime if you look at here, this attribute is a multi-value attribute, right? Yeah, if you look at here, this is one of the options, right? This is a, we can say as a nominal attribute, right? So these four attributes are numeric attribute. This is a nominal attribute with multi options, right? So this type of things, right? All the options, all the different types of options are included within the curly braces, right? So let's say if you need to write another attribute, what you need to do, you can use at sign. Then you can type the name, right? Then you can put the name as a gender, right? Then maybe there are two male and female, right? So This is the way we can write, right? So once you include one attribute, definitely you need to add the values for that attribute, right? Otherwise, it's not open. There is an error message, right? So here we need to put as a mail. Here we don't know, just we can put that way, right? So that is the way we can indicate in ARFF file, right? Another important thing in ARFF file, right? If you notice, sometimes they have question marks, right? Let's say if it is a question mark for any record or any value, it indicates that is an empty value, right? Empty values are denoted by question marks, right? Just remember those things, right? So this is a sample format, right? So we will look at first we can install the software and we can try how to deal with these, right? So it is important, right? So if you understand what is the ARFF format, what are the different keywords on ARFF file, then only you can create whatever the ARFF file, right? Even in Weka, you can load this CSV file or Excel file, then you can convert into ARFF file. They have inbuilt functionalities to convert, right? So my suggestion, just try to understand what are the important components on the Weka file, right? What are the different attributes, right? What are the relation? How we can define attribute, the keyword, then the name of the
Yes, sir.
attribute, then yeah, tell me.
So why we use question mark? Is it for empty
Uh,
data?
yeah, if you need to if in your table, if any empty values, right? The empty means not null values, right? If there are any missing values, right? If you have any column without any data, that is missing values, right? So indicate the missing values, we can use the question mark, right? So in your ARFF file, if you have any question mark, it indicates there is no any data in that particular cell, right? For that purposes, we are using that question mark, right? So let's say in maybe sometime in your exams, right? I am giving you a table, right? One table, right? I'm asking you to create ARFF file, right? So if you any missing values, if you have any in your table, there are some missing values. So indicate the missing values. You need to use the question mark in your ARFF file format, right? So first you can we will look at what is how to install the software, and we will familiar with this tool, right? Familiar with this tool in the sense they have some, yeah. There are different functionalities here, right? So you can familiar with this, right? How to load the data. Yeah, this is so this is the window. How many windows? Okay, this is the window that experimental window. Here we need to pre-process, right? Others are disabled since we are not load any data, right? So to load the data, there are different options from the file or from the URL or from the database. There are different options we have to load the data, right? So today just we are going to familiar with this tool, right? How you can deal with, how you find out how to load some data, and you can find out some facilities or features of the data, right? Okay, Ginita, you can continue, right? Just try to install the software and you can continue, right?
Okay, sir. I hope the share is visible for you all.
Yeah, ma'am.
Am I audible
Yeah,
for
ma'am.
you all? Okay. So the first thing is we are going to download and install the Weka software. For that, you can use this link. I will copy and paste this link in the chat box. Through the link, you will redirect to a page. First of all, I will share the link. So you can find the link in the chat box. When you guys clicking the link, that will be redirect to a page like this. So from this page, you can download the version which is suitable for your PCs or laptops. So here you can just click on the link. When you click here, it will show the page where you can download the Weka software. When you enter this link, it will automatically started to download. I already downloaded, so I am stopping here. You can download. It will take several minutes. So I am giving you guys 2 to 3 minutes. Just try to download that one. So some of you guys asking about the lab report. In your lab report, you can write what you guys learned in the lectures and the questions you guys done. And after that, you can write the answer of the question which shared with you to do. The lab report is for you guys to learn what is you guys done in the lectures.
Yeah, don't worry, right? I will share that VLE, right? VLE subject module details to log in and you can submit the things, right? So I will share after this practical that LMS links to join the subject and you can submit your lab reports, right? So be ready with your lab reports for last practical as well, right?
Did everyone downloaded the Weka software?
No, ma'am, still download.
Okay. Anyone need more time?
Yeah.
Is that taking too much time? Shall we continue? What
Okay.
about others?
Yeah, ma'am, continue.
Okay. So when you guys downloaded the link, you will get a Weka window like this, application like this. Did everyone got this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we want to double click on this one. It will ask for the permission of your PC. So when you want to give yes to that, when you're clicking the yes, you will redirect to a dialog box like this. In here, you want to just click next.
Ma'am, screen is not appear.
Oh, okay, wait. So what about now?
Yeah, now okay. Now.
Okay. So you will get a dialog box like this when you give the permission. After that, you want to click next. Here it will ask for the acceptance agreement. You want to give I agree. Then it will give some information of the spaces something. For that, you want to just click next. And it will show the location of the Weka file where it is serving. C drive program file inside the Weka. Then you want to click next. And after that, you can click the install button and start to install Weka. So did everyone got the point?
Yeah.
ma'am.
So I already installed, so that's why I'm not clicking the install button. You want to click install and start installing the Weka. Everyone finish the installation? Did anyone need more time to the installation or you guys finished? Am I audible for you all?
Yeah, ma'am.
Did you guys finish the installation?
Finished, ma'am.
Okay. If you guys finish the installation, just go to the search bar and type Weka. You will find the Weka software there. If you guys facing any errors or something, just ask me. Or else you can find the Weka interface. So here in the Weka interface, the first page is like this. Here you can find the 5 applications in the right side. So the first one is Explorer. It is a Weka Explorer that is the main graphical interface in Weka. In this Weka, this Explorer is the main graphical interface. So here we can load data sets or we can do the pre-processing data like that, visualizing the result, evaluating the models. These things we will do inside that Explorer. So, okay, when you guys opening the Weka software, it will show a box that is a alert message only. Just click OK, then you can use the Weka. So the next one, the first one is Weka Explorer. That is the main interface in Weka. The second one is Weka Experimenter, which we allow the users to conduct the larger scale experiment and comparing the performance of multiple algorithms. When we using that one, we can understand deeply. It used for the larger scale experiment and comparing the performance of multiple algorithms. So that is the Weka Experimenter. The next is knowledge flow. So the Weka knowledge flow is provide the visual programming environment for creating data mining and machine learning workflows. So it is build a complex data analysis pipelines So for that things, we will use the knowledge flows. Next is workbench. The workbench means we can use this tool for managing additional extension and packages in Weka. So for the additional things, we will use this workbench. The last one is simple CLI. The simple CLI is a command line interface. CLI means command line interface that allow users to run Weka functionality from the command line or integrate it into a script and workflow. It will allow the user to function the work functionality from command line or integrate it into a script and workflows. So these are the 5 applications you can find in Weka applications. But the first and main thing is the Explorer. That one is only we are now going to use. So did everyone open the Weka software?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Then the next process is we will just click the Explorer. So the Explorer screen is visible for you all.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I hope now you can see the
Yeah,
screen.
ma'am.
Okay. So this is the Explorer page in Weka software. Here only we will insert and edit, pre-process the data sets in Weka. For that, first we want to open the data. For that, there is several methods here. First, there is 6 panels you can find in Weka Explorer. First one is preprocessor, then classify, then cluster, associate, select attribute, and visualize. But when you first click on the Explorer, only the preprocess panel is only work. The others will be not accessible. After we opening the data set inside the preprocess only, the other panels will be activated. So for that, first we want to open the data set. There is several options are here to open the data sets. First, we can see open file. It means just clicking open files and select the dataset from the PC. Other thing is open URL. URL means inserting the dataset's URL from anywhere and we can open here. Other things is from database. Open DB means the database. A dataset which we created inside the database. From that we can open the dataset here. Then the generate means it will generate the dataset here. We can generate the artificial data by using the generate. So there are some dataset already predefined in the Weka software. So now we are going to open that one only. For that, just click the open file. Then you will get a box like this. Here you can select the location where the data set is opened. So already while we are installing, we see in the disk C, inside the program file, you can find the Weka. So inside the disk C, then program file, you can find the Weka. Inside the Weka, there is a folder called data. So here you can find the predefined some data sets of Weka. So until now, you guys got the point how to open the data. Just try to open this location and find the data sets.
Okay, ma'am, give some time.
Okay.
You are muted, ma'am.
Ma'am, can't hear.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So when you guys click in the data and click open, open file, program file, inside that Weka, inside the data folder, you can find the data sets. Here from the left sheet, we want to open labor.arff dataset from the data folder. ARFF is the data type, attribute relation file format. So click the data and just click open. Then you can get the data from the file to the Weka Explorer. Did everyone got the data?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
So this is the folder. When you guys go to, not in Weka Explorer, in the PC, go to the PC and open local disk C, then program file, then Weka Explorer. Inside that you can have data folder. Here, by right-clicking the label file, just open the data in Notepad for checking how the data is generated. Right-click on the label file and edit with Notepad option. Then you will get the data set in Notepad here. Here you can see there are several things. First, there are the details, how the data is, information of the data, title, and the usage of the data. And several informations which are written here. But when we are opening in the Weka software, we will not see these details there because these details are written as a comment. So how to create comment? By using the percentage sign, we will making the comments here. When we putting a percentage, then started some details, it will not shown in the Weka software. Only we can see in Notepad or something else. So the things which written with the percentage mark will not shown in software. After that, they are created the relation label data. Then they created the attributes inside that data. So here there is several attributes they created and give the data type for that attributes. So in Weka, we will use some type of data which numeric, nominal, then date and string. So numeric means the value which we will give the numeric value for that data. Nominal means we will give a storing classes like here the vacation means below average, generous. These three things are storing as a classes. So this is nominal. But the first one is duration. It is numeric. Duration we will give with a numeric value. So this is how we create attribute inside the data set. Like putting the @ sign, then attribute, then inside the columns we will write the attribute. After that, curly bracket, inside that we will write the things which come inside that attribute. After that, finally, we will put the data types for that attribute. So this is the method how we create the attributes. Then after that, they created the data. So at data means we are going to apply the data for the attributes which we created. Here you can see each line will be given for each data sets. The first line we can see the data 1, 5, then question mark, then 40. It means the 1 value is for the first attribute. The 5 value is for the second attribute. Likewise, they are given. The question marks, you already guys know, the question mark is for the missing values. This is how inserting the data inside the data set. So these are the data set for this label.arff file. So you guys got the point?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
This is just understanding for this data set. So now when we are opening this data in the Weka Explorer, it will be shown the page like this. Here you can see the relation is labeled data. The instances are 57, attributes are 17, and sum of weight is 57. It will summarize the data set here. Then here there is another dialog box called selected attribute. It means when we selecting a attribute, it will show the name, missing values, types, and unique and string of that specific attribute. So when we clicking duration, the name is duration. The missing is 1. The only missing value is 1 for this data duration attribute. Then the type of the attribute is numeric. The unique value is 0. The string is 3. So after that, there is another value called static and values. It means for the numeric status, it will show the maximum, minimum, and mean and standard deviation. These things we learned in last class. So the standard deviation means. So for the each attribute, it will show these values here. When you clicking other attribute, the selected attribute values will be updated there.
Yeah, Ginita, there is a small exercise, right? I will upload a image, right? There is a table, right? For that table, you need to create ARF file, right? There is a small exercise, right? So you can create the ARF file, right? Then I will randomly ask you to show your ARF file, right? So yeah, just you can look at the chat. You can check the table, right? There is a small table is given, right? For that table, you need to prepare the ARF file, right? Just open the notepad or whatever the text editors, just create yourself, right? Now you know the structure of the ARF file, right? What are the keywords and how you can denote the attributes and how you can denote the data, then how you can input the data. Just create the ARF file, right? For this table. I think you get my question, right? So just prepare an ARF file for the table I shared with the chat. Right. Also, I will put that image to the WhatsApp group as well, right? So yes, you can
So do we need to
create
create
the
data only
ARF
data?
file. Yeah, just open the notepad. Then you can create a ARF file, right?
No, sir. Do we
You
need to
create
say data folder?
no need. Maybe you can serve your PCs, right? Whatever you can serve, right? Just to check whether you are creating a RFA file in the correct format or not. That is what I need.
Okay, sir, we'll do this.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, I will give 10 minutes. You can do. You need to create a RFA file. Attribute relation file format you need to create for this table. So just to familiar with the keywords, I'm giving you right this exercise.
So can we use the data type string? Sir? Ma'am?
Here,
Can we use the data type string?
if you want, you can use.
Is it available in the ARF format?
Yes, you can use numeric, nominal, date, and string.
Hello. Yeah. What is the question someone asked? Yeah, text, right? Someone asked how to give text, right? Yeah, text means first of all you need to find out what are the different types of data we can load with ARFF file, right? So how you can find out? So the easiest thing, just you can go through the documentation of ARFF, right? So yeah. Yeah, maybe you can, yeah, I think string is available, right? Yeah, string is available, right? To validate, you don't need to ask this question, right? The easiest way, first you can find what are the different types of variable data types we can use for ARFF file. Then you can find out the answer, right? So just you can Google it. What are the different types? We can use nominal, numeric, string, and date, I think. Yeah, there are 4 types, right? So or if you don't remember the things, just Google it. What are the different types of data types we can use in Weka? Then you can find out the answer, right? So if you have string, then you can use the string, right? That's all. I think string is available, right? You can check with that Google, right? Just you can search in the documentation of Weka, right? Yeah. Maybe you don't need to depend on all the things here, right? There is a documentation on the URL. I already shared a URL, right, to download the software, right? If you go for the URL, yeah, I will share. Yeah, just look at this. Okay, just look at my screen, right? If you look at here, right, this is the page where we can download the software, right? So if you look at here, right, not only for my subject, whatever the subject, whatever the language you are learning, better you can refer the documentation of that language, right? Then only you get vast knowledge. Here we are discuss very short, summarized things, right? So if you need to get the vast knowledge, just you can go through the documentation, right? So in the documentation, they will explain everything about that software modules, right? So yeah, if you look at here, the manual, right, the user manual of that document. Yeah, it will download the documentation, right? Then in the documentation, you can find out how to use the software, what are the different types they can allow, right? So just a minute, I will share. Yeah, I can, this is the documentation of that Weka Explorer, right? So you can go through the data types. If maybe you can go through the entire document, it's a 43 pages, right? It's very difficult to check now. Easiest way, just you can type data types, right? These are some tricks to find out the answers, right? We will search. Just look at here, right? They are mentioning the data. Yeah, just look at here. They are mentioning the data types. Right? Yeah, just look at here. Sorry. Yeah, I will share this document. Yeah. So if you look at here, the documentation, they will explain all the different types of, right? Numeric, integer, real numbers. That is also numeric. String also possible, right? So this is the way you can learn, right? If you have any doubts or something, right? Just you can learn this using these documentations, right? If you need, I will share the document. Okay, you can download the documentation from this link, right? Yeah, I will share to the chat. Right, so this is the way we can find out to answering the questions, right? So you don't need to depend, right? So if you have a knowledge how to find out the answers, you don't need to worry about, right? Yeah, just you can download from this link, right? This is the documentation of Weka Explorer, right? Just you can download the documentation and you can go through. If you have any questions, or maybe if you need a vast knowledge, definitely you need to read the entire documentation. Otherwise, if you find out something, you can go through, right? If you have any doubts, you can follow this documentation to get the answers, right? Did you complete?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, if you complete, yeah, I will ask some of you randomly, right? 069. Can you share your screen and show me the answer? What about others? Are you complete? So any volunteer to show your answer? Let me know. I will give permission to share your screen. But if anyone want to share your answers, let me know. Once he's finished. Who is that? 39, right? Okay, yeah, 39. Yeah, I will share. I will allow to share your screen. Then you can show me, right? Okay, 39, you can share the screen. Yeah, can you try now?
So can I share?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, so you can share the next one, right? Yeah, maybe yeah, the relation means the name of the table, right? Maybe you can define something called university details or something, right? Maybe it's up to you, right? It's okay, whatever the name, right? Better you can provide the name related to your data, right? For the meaningfulness of your data, right? Better you can put some meaningful title, relation name for your topic, right? Not maybe if you can put university details or the whatever the things you can put as a relation, right? Then first of all, you need to find out how many attributes you have. 4 attributes, right? So maybe university name, the attribute notation says that is the attribute, right? Then the name of the attribute, then the type, right? String. Yeah, it's correct. Then the location is the attribute, right? That is nominal attribute, 2 different. Then if it is a nominal attribute, you need to find out how many unique values for that nominal attribute, right? In this question, only 2 unique values. So you are putting this way. Yeah, correct. Then there are 2 numeric attributes, right? There is a spell mistake, right? In the data type, right? Numeric, right? Yeah. Then it's correct, right? So yeah, then you can check with the table, right? So in the first record, is there any missing values? So if you have missing values, you can use the question mark. Then yeah, it's correct, right? Once you successfully created the ARFF file, maybe you can open with that Weka Explorer, right? If you don't have any mistakes, your Weka Explorer open your file without any errors, right? That is one way you can find out whether you are right the correct answer or not, right? That is the one way we can find out the answers, right? Okay, then if anyone want to share, let's.
Can I share, sir?
Yeah, what is your number? What is your number?
041.
41. Yeah, you can share now.
The screen sharing disabled. Sir.
Yeah, just check now. enable for you, right? Just check now. So the important thing to remember, yeah, 041, right?
Yes.
Then I already wait. There are two things. So don't forget to rename with your registration number, right? Nowadays we are strictly following the 80% of your attendance, right? So even if you attend the lectures, don't forget to rename with your registration number, right? Better way, right? Just log in to your Zoom account. Just give the your name as your registration number. Then you don't need to do the renaming process again and again. Once you rename with your profile as a registration number, you don't need to change the registration number again and again. By default, it will show you the registration number. Yeah, you can share now. 041, you can share now. Yeah, the first one is a comment, right? You are using percentage sign, so that is indicate you are writing a comment, right? Then the relation, right? Be familiar with the keyword, right? If you do a small mistake or if you do a spell mistake on that keywords, it will not find out whether you have put the relation or not, right? So be always aware with that keyword spells, right? Spelling. Don't do any mistake on your spellings of the keywords, right? The relation, yeah, relation is correct. Then no need to provide comments for all, right? If you need anything important to note down, just you can use the comments, right? So you don't need to put comment for all, right? Yeah, the first thing you need to check what is the first attribute. So first attribute is university name string, right? The next one, the location is string. Location is not string is correct, right? So you need to think which type of data, right? With maybe upcoming lectures, we will look at different types of data, right? So at the time you realize what are the different types, right? Nominal, numeric, ordinal, right? There are different types of data, right? Here normally that location is, if you look at the table, we have only two different locations, right? So rather than you are using string, better you can move into the nominal attribute, right? So the nominal attributes means within the curly braces, you need to put the uh, all the unique values, right? So that is the easiest way. Also, that is also a acceptable way, right? Don't write everything as a string, right? Maybe if it is a name, you can use as a string, right? So normally gender, those things you can put nominal attribute, right? There is a one type called nominal, right? So the next one, yeah, student number of students and number of faculties, right? The faculty and students, maybe that is integer is correct, right? Maybe you can use numeric or real. Real means that is included the decimal points aspect, right? Yeah, others are okay, right? So just think about is there any missing value? So that missing value location, you need to put the question mark, right? Okay, yeah, I will share the answer now, right? Okay, this is one way I am trying the answer, right? Even for names as well, I am using the nominal attribute, right? Here we have only 5 university names. So maybe you can possible to use the names as a nominal attribute, right? Here the location is a nominal attribute. So some other two attributes are numeric attributes or integer, right? Both are correct, right? That is one
Precisely.
answer, right? Yeah, tell me.
So do we need to provide the quotation mark for the answers?
Yeah, maybe you can use quotation mark for string, right? No, don't put for numeric attributes, right?
Yeah, sir, but numeric we don't use, but for
Yeah.
string and nominal.
For string and nominal, it's okay. Like maybe you can use. It's easy for to differentiate, right? Even
Okay,
if you
sir.
don't use, it's okay, right? No need. The importance once you in your nominal attribute is you have any white space, better you can use quotes, single quotes, right? Let's say your location is USA. Let's say this way, West US, West, likewise, right? So in that situation, you can put the single quotes, right? Because there is a white space, right? So it's very difficult to find out that Weka tool, right? Let's say there is a white space is there. No? So on that type of situation, you can use single quotes, right? Otherwise, no need. If you have one word, no need to put that single quote even for the nominal attributes, right? It will automatically find out. Okay. Yeah, this is another answer, right? I'm using string for my university name, right? Maybe I'm using single quotes for the names, right? But don't put for the numeric, right? So numeric only you need to write the value, right? Even if you use a single quote, it the conflict the data type and the value you are inserted, right? So don't put that one. So these are the answers, right? Yeah, you can continue, Ginita. So better you can familiar how to create for different files, right? Maybe you have some portion of the question in your final exams practical. So you need to create some like ARF file and you can continue your work, right? So just familiar with these keywords, right? What do you mean by attribute? So this data net annotation indicate that is the starting point of your records, right? So after this data annotation, you can find out the each row as a one data record, right? Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. I hope you guys open the data set in Weka. So here we already seen the selected attributes and the details. Rather than that, you can see here there is the visualization of each attribute. When you click in the duration, there is a visualization for that one. Likewise, for the each attribute, there is a visualization. In each visualization, you can see two colors, red and blue. So from where, now the question is from where the colors and the differentiations are coming. For these attributes, the differentiation and colors are coming from the class attribute. So here in the data attribute set, we will consider a class attribute. In this data set, they are putting the class attribute as the 17th class. The last one, they considered as the class attribute. By using inside the class attribute, you can see there is a two strings, good and bad. The bad one is considered as the blue color and the good one is considered as the red color. By using these class attribute only, the other attributes are visualized. The first one in the duration, you can see the blue color is for bad one. So in the duration, the blue things are for the bad and the green, the red things are for the good one. From that class attribute, we are defining other attributes. Likewise, when we seeing the pension attribute, here you can find three types: non, red, allow, employment counter. For the three types, there are red and green. For the first one, non is all the things are included in the bad from that class attribute. For the red allow, here the both bad and good are there. And for the employment counter, there is also the both types are there. Likewise, for the each attribute is defined by using the class attribute. While clicking each attribute, you can find this one. So here, if you wanted to change the class attribute, here you can see my mouse click the class. When you clicking here, all the attributes are shown here. By changing the classes here, you can change the class attribute. If you click the duration, the class attribute is now changed. When you clicking the vacation as the class attribute, now you can find four colors are there. So according to each class attribute, the dataset visualization will be differentiate. We are seeing an attribute from a class attribute view. You can just click a attribute and you can see the visualization here. If you wanted to change the class attribute, you can change. If the visualization part is okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So here we can see when clicking each attribute only, we can see a separate visualization. For viewing all the classes attributes visualization, you can just click visualize all button here. When you clicking the visualization all button, it will redirect to this page. Here you can find each and every visualization at once. The first one for the duration. So in the duration, you can see there are in here, you can see the duration is a numeric data type. Here the x-axis, the continuous variable. It means 1, 2, 3 like that. And the y-axis for the count of the duration. The first one is 1 to 1.667. And the count here you can see 10. Then the second one is 1.667 to 2.333 and the count is 27. The third one is 2.333 to 3 and the count is 90. Likewise, for each visualization, you can find the values. For the nominal data type, you can find the x-axis denoted for the selected attribute and the y-axis for the class attribute. So the class attribute means good and bad. You can find we put the class attribute as class. So the 17th one is good and bad. So here you can find the value for this one. For the non, there is a 17, 11 count. For the ret allow, there is 4 count. And the deployment counter, there is 12th count. And for the each count, you can find the differentiation of bad and good. Likewise, here also you can find the all the graphs at once. When you inserted a data set in the Weka, it will automatically generate the things and visualize the data for you. So until now, you guys are clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So next thing is before entering the data set inside the Weka, only the preprocessor panel is worked. The other things are not worked. So now we inserted the data set here. So the other panels are activated. Here you can see there is a panel called classify. So this panel is used to classify your data. There are different type of algorithms are there. By using that algorithms, you can classify the data. We will learn that one later. Each and every panel will be discussed. But now I am going to give a small introduction to each panel. So the classify panel is used to classify your data by using a different type of algorithms. The next one is cluster. The cluster, you can find several clustering algorithms. Example, simple k-means, filtered cluster. Likewise, there is some clusters are there. By using that, you can do your evaluations here. The next one is associate. Under this one, you can find a priori, filtered, associated, and FP growth. It means you can see here a priori and there is a filtered, associated, and FP growth. There are
Excuse me,
some
ma'am.
type of associated.
Can you
Yeah.
explain this again?
Which one?
This part, ma'am.
This one. Okay, here the first one is the preprocessor. Here we will insert the data. After inserting the data set, only the other panels will be activated. So the each and every panel is used for your data mining processes. So I'm just giving an introduction to this one. Upcoming classes, we will discuss briefly about each and every panels. So classify panel is used to classifying your data by using a algorithm, some type of algorithms. And the cluster is used to find several clustering algorithms and by using the evaluation. For doing the evaluation, you will use the clustering algorithms here. Then the associate is used some appropriate or filtered associator and FP growth. By using this one, you can find the result for the associator output. When we using this one only, you can understand the processes. Now I am telling the use of these panels. So the next one is select attribute. It features selection based on a several algorithm. Here we will use several type of algorithm to a feature is selecting a features. And the final one, when we doing each and every processes, it will lead to the final output when we can see a visualization of the outputs. Here you can visualize the pre-processed data from analysis. When what the data we inserted in preprocessor is worked throughout these processes, and finally it will show the visualization to us. The classify, cluster, associate and selected attribute will be discussed later. Now we are going to see the visualization part. The other things are okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
So here, these are the visualization of the plot matrix. So there is each one is a attribute of our data set. You can see the duration, class. Likewise, each one's a attribute. So the first point is for class and duration. Likewise, we can find each and every plot from that data set. Here, there is a visualization denoted by the dots. There is, in the downside, you can see there is a plot size, point size, and jitters. By using these three, you can change the size of the visualization. If you want, you can increase the point size. And then you want to click the update button. Here you can find the update button. After increase the point size, you want to update. Then you can get a clear picture of this visualization. If you want to increase the jitter size, increase and update. Then it will be increased. It will give a brief visualization effect. So by using these three, you can edit that visualization part. More than that, here you can select attribute. There is a select attribute button. By using this, you can select separately which thing you want to visualize. Here, the every visualizations are here. We can't see clearly. If you wanted to see a separate classes or separate attribute, you can select that one. By clicking control, you can select which one you need to visualize. And then click OK. So after that, you can see the separate visualization. So you want to update each and every time when you guys making a change. If you want to select something, you want to select, then you want to update. Then only you can see the output. And okay, then update. So you whatever you are selecting will be visible here in the output. Here you can change the size and see the clear picture of the visualization. More than that, if you wanted to get more detail about a specific boxes, just click on the box. When you click the box, it will show the output separately and clearly. Here you can see the exact name of the x-axis and the y-axis are given here. Then the class, color, selected instinct are clearly given. By adjusting the size of the jitter, you can find the detail clearly. Here the the blue color is for bad and the red color is for good. If they are asking a separate details about a separate attribute, you can click that box and visualize clearly and get that understanding. Or else if you wanted to serve a separate details from the data set, you can save here. So you guys understand how to visualize the data which we inserted and get the understanding. So I am telling you guys again visualization part. So here, this is the visualization of the attributes inside the data. So we can get each and every attributes visualization here. By clicking each and everything, you can get the display of the attributes. Here, this is the final visualization of each and every attribute. You can see the X and Y axes are there. The first box is for the class and duration. The plot matrix means from one attribute, we are going to visualize the other things from the class and duration. Then the class and the increase first year. Likewise, each and everything is visualized here. You can see. If we wanted to see the visualization of a separate attribute, you can select that one here and click OK. Then you wanted to update. Then you will get the separate visualization of that plot. Here we get the vacation and vacation plot. By clicking these jitter point sizes and plot sizes, you will get a clear visualization. If we wanted to get more detail from these visualization, just click in the box. It will redirect to a page. It gives the clear meaning of that visualization. The name of the x-axis, y-axis, and the colors and the selected instrings are here. Just by adjusting the jitter, the size of the jitter, you can see the clear picture. Here you can see in the average category, the blue and red are equally there. But in the generous, the red is higher than green is for bad. So from this visualization, we are getting what is which category the good things is higher and the bad things is the percentage of good and bad we can visualize from here. Likewise, we can get each and every attributes detail here. So now just try to do this one. Open the labor dataset in your Weka and see the attributes and the values and visualize the data. Then go to the visualize and find the visualization of the each and every attribute. I'm giving you guys 5 minutes. So I'll move to the next one.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, next thing is now we are going to edit, remove, and save the changed files. So
Yeah, give me a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, did you heard about tool Power BI? Anyone?
What, sir?
Did you heard about the tool Power BI? Microsoft Power BI?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I will share something. Wait a minute. I think, yeah, nowadays, we already discussed, right? Everywhere we have data, right? So the thing here, we can extract some knowledge, right? After you extract some knowledge, right? The thing here, you need to express, right? You need to disclose your knowledge or your findings to your top level management, right? Maybe if you are working as a data scientist in a particular company, right? You are familiar with all the terms and technologies related to data science, right? But sometimes the people who are your top level managers, right? Your CEO, CIO, they are the uh, top level management. They are not familiar with all the terms and technologies you familiar with, right? They are expert on their business, right? So the thing here, once you disclose your findings or results in a proper way, then only they will find out, right? So whatever, if you are running a business, your reports and your findings, right? Your analytical things, right? If you have every day, you are generating thousands of transactions, right? So the important thing, how you analyze your data and you can report the things, right? That is very, very important thing to become a successful in a continuous business. In your business, to become a continuous success, you need to report the things. You need to analyze your day-to-day transaction, and you can do some data visualizations and other things, right? So then only your top level manager or your stakeholders get some knowledge. What is the progress of our business? Is there we are getting profit or we are lost? Everything we need to analyze, right? So the data, Power BI is one tool. We can visualize the data, right? So Microsoft Power BI, right? Maybe nowadays there's a specific job role, right? Power BI data analytic or data scientist likewise, right? So to apply for that type of job roles, you need to familiar with these Power BI. Not only familiar, you need to expert, right? You need sound knowledge on that Power BI tool. Then only you can apply for that type of role, right? That's why in the first lecture I told you, don't depending on the only on the traditional job roles, right? Yeah, just if you need to learn more about this, just search about some tutorial about Microsoft Power BI, right? Power BI. BI means business intelligence, right? Microsoft Power Business Intelligence, right? That is introduced by Microsoft, right? Yeah, I will share the name for everyone. Just this is the tool, right? Maybe if you have a free time, just you can learn these tools, right? Definitely, these knowledge of these tools give you some more benefits in your career, right? Maybe while you are apply for some interns or while you are apply for job opportunities after your degree, if you have a knowledge on these areas, definitely you get some more benefits throughout these skills you have, right? So if you have a free time, right, just you can learn and practice how we can visualize the things by using this tool, right? So first of all, you can start with this tool, right? So yeah, I will share some small video clip for you to get some idea about what is Power BI, right? That is nothing, just visualize your day-to-day transaction and your data, right? If you have some data, how you can visualize the things, that is one way. That is one type of job nowadays people are searching, right? If you visualize your data in an effective way, then you have some job opportunities on this tool as well, right? Just I will share something, just look at this video, right? Okay, this is Microsoft Power BI, right? BI means business intelligence, right? So intelligence behavior in the business. We will use this tool to find out some hidden patterns, right? To take intelligence means taking the correct decision, right? So to take correct decisions, we already discussed, we need to extract some knowledge, right? So how you can extract knowledge by, if you have a data, then you can apply some process on your data, then it convert into information. From the information, you are getting some knowledge, right? So Power BI is a tool to visualize and analyze your data, right? Just go through this. You can audible the audio as well, right?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Wait, yeah, wait, I will share that. Wait. How about now?
No, sir, we couldn't hear, sir.
Sorry?
We couldn't hear.
Okay, wait. Can you check now?
No, sir.
No, sir, still.
Yeah, wait a minute. Now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, not audible, sir.
Yeah, wait. Now?
No, sir.
Right. Yeah, now fine. Yeah. I didn't tick that one. That's yeah. Now I think audible, right? Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you about
Is it okay?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sir, now okay.
Yeah. Then just
all
go
of the
through, right?
exciting things about Microsoft's Power BI product. Now, you've probably heard about it. It's a great big buzzword at the moment. Everybody seems to be talking and wanting to use it. A lot of people are asking the question, why don't I just keep using Excel? What's so special about Power BI? Well, stay and listen and we'll tell you all about it.
So already we have familiar with Excel, right? So we are using nowadays, up to now, most of the people who are working as a data analytics, right? Maybe not only data analytics, the people who are doing some reporting and accounting works, they are dealing with that Excel, right? They are creating different Excel sheets and they will find out the things, right? To take some decision or to analyze the data, they are using the Excel, right? So now we have a question, why we need to adapt to Power BI, right? Already we have Excel, no? So most of you are familiar with Excel, right? So why we need to adapt to Power BI? So the Power BI have some features, right? They are integrated with artificial intelligence, right? So they are adapting or they are integrated with AI features, right? So if you have AI features, right, you can automate your works, right? You can automate your analytical things and other things, and you can predict some more accurate and efficient results from the data you have, right? Just go through the video, then we will explain, right?
So Power BI does sound very technical. It's actually self-service business intelligence, which means that you're able.
So if you look at the Excel, right, you need to do all the things yourself, right? So you need to enter the data, you can analyze the things. But if you think about the Power BI, right, if you do the things, if you do all the configuration, it will automatically analyze your data and visualize the things, right? The self-service business intelligence, that is one of the key features of Power BI, right? Self-service means by themselves. If you do all the pipelines and all the configuration with your Power BI tool with your data warehouses, then automatically it will do the analytical things, and you can continuously monitor your progress of your transaction and other things, right? There are so many advanced features, right? Just you can starting from the beginning.
Able to produce some fantastic looking visual reports. We don't have to just wade through dull, dry numbers all the time. If you're a person who has to make those reports to management, you're able to use Power BI. If you're the actual person making decisions from these reports, you're going to be able to interactively play with those reports, clicking on different parts of it and able to gain greater insight into your results. So Power BI lets you pull data in from multiple sources. You can pull it in from SAP, from Oracle, from any data warehouse, from even an...
Did you heard about the term SAP?
No, sir.
No?
You can pull it in from SAP, from Oracle.
Did you heard about ERP? ERP.
No, sir.
So just learn those things, right? Nowadays, highly demanded jobs for these, right? ERP engineers. ERP means Enterprise Resource Planning, right? ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Yeah, I will share the term. So maybe you are an expert on whatever one of these technologies you have. There are so many job opportunities with highly paying, right? High payments for you, right? So why I'm telling these terms, right? This is the time you can start to learn some new skills and technologies, right? To get some more highly demanded jobs, right? Just go through what is enterprise resource planning, right? ERP engineers nowadays, mostly in Europe and Middle East countries, they are highly demanded job roles, right? With high compensations, right? Why I'm telling here, ERP means enterprise resource planning. Enterprise resource planning means if you're running a business, you have different branches, right? Just imagine you are manufacturing or you are manufacturing a biscuit or something, right? So at that time, you have so many branches to manage your business, right? If you are you are manufacturing a biscuit, right? You have different branches in your company, right? First of all, you have some suppliers, right? You have some few employees. They are working to manage your works, right? You have a raw material. You need to purchase the raw material from some of the suppliers, right? Similarly, you need some delivery branch. That delivery means after you're manufacturing the biscuit, you have some supply chain team to distribute your product all over the country, right? That is one branch. Also, there is a manufacturing, the biscuit manufacturing company, employees, right? Your financial. There are so many branches in your business, right? So you can manage all the business assets or all the business processes with the help of that enterprise resource planning system, right? So ERP engineer means you are the one who handle all the type of business activities going on in a particular company, right? So ERP engineer, to become an ERP engineer, you need a vast knowledge on all the business area, right? Then only you can apply for that job role, right? So that is a ERP system. One of the ERP service provider is SAP, right? SAP is one of the ERP service provider, right? They have some ERP system. So you can use their ERP system, or you can configure their ERP system for whatever the clients based on their requirements, right? So the ERP system means enterprise. If you are running a business, there are different business branches, right? So you can handle all the branches, and you can update all the information in a particular system that is called ERP system. Let's say if you are purchasing some raw material, that is updated in your ERP system, right? So once you purchase, you need to transfer the money to the suppliers, and all the accounting works are all the things done within a system, right? That's an introduction, right? You can learn what is ERP system. Right, nowadays they have some different job roles for those things, right? Maybe ERP engineers or Power BI engineers. Nowadays the people are searching for those type of people who have these type of skills, right? So just improve your knowledge. What is ERP system? What are the different components of ERP system? How they are migrate all the things into one system. So if you have that knowledge, you can easily got your interns or your jobs after your uh, completing the degree, right? Just search about the salary for ERP engineers, right? Maybe you can't imagine the salary in the Middle East and Europe countries, those who are enterprise resource planning engineers, right? So they are the one handle for the entire business, right? So they are managing, they are the hub, they are the middleware for all the functionalities of a business, right? So there is nothing you develop a system, right? ERP system means it will integrated with each component, right? If you do something, it will affect all the places of your business, right? If you do a transaction or if you purchase a raw material, it will update to the entire system, right? So that is ERP, enterprise resource planning, right? So all the resources of your business managed by this system that is called ERP system, right? So just learn those technologies, right? To become an expert on, or to become a job in a specific area, right?
From any data warehouse, from even an Excel file, from a website. There's over 69 different sources that you can pull it in from at the moment. They're growing all the time. When you bring that data in, it's probably going to need a bit of cleaning up. And I bet that more than a few of you have spent a lot of your time going in, getting rid of columns, replacing and finding stuff, making it just look a lot better so that you can make a decent report. The best news is we have this beautiful tool in Power BI called the Query Editor. And what you can do with that is clean it up just once. Next month or next week, when you have to do it all over again, you just simply bring the data in. It's magically kept all your steps and you're ready to go. Massive time saver. So once you've got this data model, you can start creating what we call reports and dashboards. Now these contain visualizations. These are the next generation of the graphs that you are probably familiar with from Excel. Now the beauty of these is that they are interactive. You can touch them, you can play with them, you can see other graphs changing as you do that. And what makes it even better is that you can look at it on different devices. You don't have to be staring at a screen at your desk. You can be looking at it on your phone, on your tablet. Everybody in the meeting can be opening it up. So if you're worried that you actually have to be technically minded to use Power BI, if you worried that you have to know a lot about Excel, that's not necessarily so. Basically, if you have got a background in Excel, you're a little bit ahead of the game. Excel has had charts in it for a very long time, but they're starting to look a little bit dated, and many users have found that they can't quite get the graph that they want. One of the most amazing features of Power BI is the artificial intelligence behind it. You've been slaving away, making all these fantastic looking visualizations, but one of the great things is you can click a button and it's going to actually analyse your data for you and produce a whole bunch of different graphs. You might be able to look at one of them and say, hey, that's even better than what I could think of. So quick insights is something that you might want to employ to get just the right answer to the story that you're trying to tell. So if you're interested in any of these.
Okay, that's all about the video, right? So just the introduction, right? So if you need to get that knowledge, you can learn, right? There are so many tutorials and documents or books to learn that Power BI things, right? So that is nothing, just to visualize and take some efficient decision about your business. You need to get some familiar with that tool, right? That's all, right? That is not in the syllabus, right? So just to get some vast knowledge, right? If you have a extra knowledge on a specific area, it gives more benefit while you are apply for jobs or whatever you have so many options, right? Yeah, I will share, right? I will share that yeah, Moodle link today, right? So the VL link. So you can, on that link, all the books and other things are available. Then you can download, right? So I will share that Google Classroom link today. So by using that one, you can download the books, right? So that's about the Power BI tool, right? So two terms I introduced today, right? The Microsoft Power BI as well as that ERP, right? Enterprise Resource Planning. Just get some idea about these things, right? So just read some articles or books to get some knowledge about these, right? If you have the knowledge of these technologies, you'll get some more benefit while you apply for a job in the future, right? If possibly, maybe you can get some certification, right? Nowadays, there are so many free certifications are available. If possible, you can find some certifications on that area. Maybe it will helpful for your career, right? So if you have any questions regarding these Power BI or ERP, you can contact me. Yeah, Ginita, you can continue, right?
Okay, sir. So now we are going to remove the attribute from the data set. For that, there are two ways we can use. The first one is very simple. We can just select the attribute which we wanted to remove. If we wanted to remove the third attribute means, just click on that one. Select the attribute. Then you can find a remove button here. By clicking this remove button, you can just remove that click that one. Then you will find the filters. Inside that unsupervised, there is attribute and instances. We are going to remove the attribute. So that you want to click, several options are here. From that one, you want to select the remove option. So when you click that one, it will show near to that choose button. Now you wanted to click here in the remove option, you wanted to click. It will show a dialog box like this one. In this dialog box, the indicizers, the attribute indicize means the number of the attribute. Here you can see the numbers for each and every attribute. Which number you wanted to delete, you want to put here. So I'm going to select 3. Then you wanted to click OK. So now we selected the attribute which we are going to delete. Then you want to click the apply button to delete that particular attribute. So now the selected attribute is deleted. If you want to delete, just click the number of the attribute.
Ma'am, how
First
to
one.
remove multiple files at a time?
Ma'am,
Yes.
again
Yes,
explain, ma'am. Not understand.
Yes, I'm going to tell that one. If you want to, first one, if you wanted to delete some attributes from here, you can just click and delete. By using this one, you wanted to give the number and click OK. And apply, then delete. If you wanted to delete separate attributes, you can select here how many attributes you wanted to remove. Then when you click remove button, it will remove automatically. Just a simple thing. This is a
Okay.
proper way. This is the simplest way. So just try to remove some attributes from here and check whether it is working or not.
Ma'am, explain filter method removing, ma'am. Again.
Again, okay, I will tell you. Just check this method and try. I will explain again the choosing method. Okay. Did you guys try this method? How to remove the attribute directly?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to tell the another method again. First, you want to go to the choose button. Inside the choose button, you want to select filter, then unsupervised. Inside that, you want to select the attribute. Inside the attribute, there are several options. Now we are going to use the remove option. Just click on the remove. When you click the remove, it will show on here. Then you want to click the remove and it will show the dialog box like this. In here, you want to give the number of the attribute in order to remove. So now we are going to delete the 1 and 2 means 1, 2 and click OK. So now the 1 and 2 is selected to remove. Then we want to apply for do the process. So now the 1 and 2 attributes are deleted, removed from the data set. Go to choose, filter, attribute, filter unsupervised attribute. Inside that you can get remove. So anyone have any doubt in removing the attributes?
Ma'am,
Yes.
again we can get deleted data.
Here we remove the data from the data set. If you don't save this file, you can get the old version. If you save this one separately, you can't get that one. If the data set label is the same data set inside that document. If you wanted to serve the new deleted data set, now only we can serve.
Okay, ma'am.
So if you wanted to serve the updated data set, you can click this serve option. So in here, if you wanted to go to the back step, you asked while doing, if you wanted to undo the things, you can use the undo button here. Rather than that, if you not serve the file, when you're serving the file, the updated one will be served. When you click the undo button, you can get the previous process. So now you can see the 17 attributes. If you wanted to remove the thing again, you can just select the things and click remove. Now, how to serve the updated one? Now we remove some attributes from the set and now we wanted to serve this data set again. For that, click the serve option and you can select the location where you wanted to serve. If you wanted to serve in desktop, you can select desktop. And here, you can give the name to the file. I'm giving label 2. And the data format is ARFF. And just click serve. Now you can find the served new one in your desktop. Here. You guys got the point?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
While doing the process, if you wanted to go to the previous option, you can undo the things. Now, I'm going to open the updated served data set and see what is we can get. Open file, location, desktop, and label 2. Just click open. So here we are getting the updated data set only. Anyone have any doubts until now? So there is an exercise for you guys in the lab sheet. You wanted to import the data set segment test. You can find the data set inside that Weka folder and data folder. Then the same process, you can visualize the thing and see the things.
Ma'am, for the
And
lab report, do we have to do the exercise or the task, ma'am?
what? I didn't get the point.
For the lab report, do we have to do the task or the exercise, ma'am?
So I
Yeah,
think
you need to add both, right? So for the entire thing on the lab sheet, you need to do, right? Even if you have exercise, you also attach the answers, right? Maybe screenshots you can attach for that one.
Okay, sir.
so in the exercise, they are asking like draw the scatter plot. It means the matrix plot we are getting inside the visualize option is that one. From the class attribute, you want to explain the things. How in here, the labor report, you can see the good and bad as the class attribute. In that segment test, what is the class attribute you wanted to see and explain according to that one. Then you want to remove the attributes which they mentioned, and then you can serve that one. So anyone have any doubt?
Okay, I'm planning to do a presentation as well, right? So it means I'm giving you a topic for each, right? That means the topic that is not what we are discussed here, right? So I am giving you a new topic related to data mining or data science related things, right? What you need to do, right? You need to do a presentation for 15 minutes, right? So each one, I'm giving you a topic, right? That is related to data mining, right? Maybe mostly the things that what we are not discuss here, right? Within the lecture hours, we can't cover everything, no. So I'm giving you some small portion of the things. Let's say there are some sampling techniques, right? Sampling techniques in the sense, right? Now just imagine you are collecting a data set, right? So you are planning to emotion detection or something. Right? For that purposes, you have find out 5 different emotions, right? So at that time, you need to collect some data set, right? For that purposes, you are collecting. Let's say you are planning to collect 100, approximately 100 images for each emotions, right? But we cannot achieve these, right? We cannot achieve 100 images for all emotions, right? Maybe sometimes some emotion classes have more number of classes, some classes have less number of classes, right? So at that time, you need to apply some sampling techniques, right? Undersampling or oversampling, like what, right? So if I ask you somebody a topic as sampling techniques in data mining, so you need to do a presentation. What do you mean by a sampling? What are the different types of sampling we have? Then you can explain how we can achieve undersampling technique, how we can achieve oversampling technique, right? How we can achieve average sampling. Likewise, there are different techniques we have, right? So just you can do a presentation in front of your batchmates, right? So that is one way you can share some new knowledge with your batchmates, right? So I'm planning to do that one end of the semester, right? So maybe next week or after 2 weeks, I will share the topic for you, right? It means what you need to do on that topic. You need to learn a lot, right? That is the important thing. If I give you sampling techniques, definitely you need to go through some books or some reading materials related to sampling. Then you get enough knowledge, then you can easily do the presentation, right? So that is the normal way we can do the presentation, right? If I give a topic, you need to read a lot on that topic, then you can easily do the presentation without any fear. So you can do the presentation in a confidence, right? So I will do the topic. I will assign you a topic by next class. Definitely that topic that is not we are discussed here. That is the important thing, right? So don't wait to complete the lectures, right? Because the topic is new one. We are not. I'm not giving any topic. That is what we are discussed here, right? So that is a new topics related to data science, data mining. So you need to read the things related to the topic and you need to do a presentation for 15 minutes, right? I will update the things regarding the presentation upcoming weeks, right? Just you can don't waste your time. That is my advice, right? You are in your third year, right? If possible, try to do some projects, right? Also establish good uh, connections with the industries, right? Maybe if you have any hackathons or any events or any workshops, without any hesitate or without reject those things, just participate those things, right? If some companies they are called for some hackathons or some workshops or some exhibition or something, just without fail, just participate those things, right? Then you are get some industrial connections with the people, right? So then it's easy to get your interns or you get your jobs, right? So continuously do that one, right? Don't waste your time. If you have a free time, just read something related to your subjects or your technologies, right? So if you have any questions, you can ask about the practical session, right? Today we are going to discuss, something, new tool, Weka tool, right? That is introduced by Bakito University undergraduates to handle the data mining task, right? So the important thing, you need to familiar with this tool, right? Familiar in the sense, just you can practice hands-on experience, how we can load the data, how we can pre-process it. There are so many things on that, right? So maybe upcoming lectures, we are discuss what is association rule mining, pattern recognition techniques. Then we are discuss classification, clustering. There are so many different data mining techniques we are planning to discuss. So once you complete those things, you can look at the practical aspects, right? How we can do the association rule mining with this Weka tool, right? So for that one, you need to familiar with that tools, right? Where is the features are available? How we can remove some attributes, right? How we can visualize the attribute, right? How we can find out the mathematical things, standard deviation or means, or what are the different types of data. So one other thing, just go through the past papers, right? You have uh, 3 to 4 past papers, right? Just you can go visit the library and take the photos or photocopies of the past papers, right? So just read the questions, what type of question coming for your final exams, right? So once you discuss here those things, just you can practice those questions, right? That is one way to prepare for your exams, right? So if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we will wind up the session, right? Also, if possible, give me another 2 to 4 hours by this week. The thing here, we need to cover so many theories, right? Then only we will continuously do the practicals, right? So my suggestion, we have lectures on Wednesday. If possible, give me another 4 hours by this week. Then it's helpful for me to continue the practical next week. Right. The thing here, we are not discuss the most of the things, right? If you discuss many things, then only we can do for the practical aspects of the subject, right? So if possible, give me some free times by not tomorrow, not today, maybe tomorrow or maybe the Wednesday or whatever. Please let me know if you have any free time. Please inform earlier, 1 or 2 hours earlier regarding the free times. Then I will conduct the lectures, right? Any questions you can ask. Otherwise, we will wind up the session, right? So today I will create that VLE, right? I don't know. You are telling as a VLE or Moodle or LMS. What is the name for your
VLE.
VLE, right? Yeah. So I will create a subject module for data mining and practical in the VLE. So I will share the credential to join the subject group. Then you can look at all the materials and the reference book on that group, right? Also for that VLE, you need to upload the lab reports, right? Also, there's a small portion of your marks allocated for your lab reports. So don't fail to submit the your lab reports for the VLE, right? Okay, that's all. Thank you very much. We will discuss by Wednesday for the theory session, right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.